You would think with everything that he's had at his disposal, the way things are going, that Manchester City fans should be thinking, yes, get excited about a possible quadruple. Start thinking about it, because it could happen.
Yeah, well, listen, they've decimated the Premier League now with their performances, outstanding performances, so they'll win the Premier League. They've owned the League Cup for the last 3 or 4 years, so there's no reason to think they won't beat Tottenham. The FA Cup, they've got the challenge of Everton, which they've already overcome once before this season, quite easily. So with due respect to them, you know, the Champions League is the place that he's been brought in.
That's the big one.
He's been brought in.
Yeah.
He wasn't brought in to do the same as Pellegrini and Mancini. He was brought in to win the Champions League style of football, of course. But yes, I think there's no reason. And the money side of things is a red herring because everybody spends a lot of money.
Yeah, but could he have done it without this kind of money?
What, and compete
could he have done it with it?
That's not fair comparison, is it? Man United spend a lot of money, so did Chelsea, so did other clubs. Liverpool spent, they might have sold players to do it, but they still spent money. They bought the £75 million goalkeeper, the £75 million centre-back. Everybody spends money.
Okay. Tom's a big City fan who's been waiting patiently. Tom, good morning to you. What's your take on this? The quadruple, Tom, is it on?
I think it is on, yeah, but I just don't like the narrative of like, if we don't get it, then this season's a failure. I think that ever since Guardiola's come in, he's been put under these really, really unfair expectations that nobody else has. And I think that my main point is just, can we not just maybe enjoy him a little bit more? We've got 2 more seasons after this one, and that'll be 7 in total.
Yeah.
Of who, in my opinion, is, if not the best manager in world football, certainly the most beautiful to watch in terms of his teams. And I just don't like the standards. I mean, for me as a City fan, obviously, yeah, you can say he's brought in to win the Champions League, and I would love the Champions League more than anything. It's that thing that'll put us up there. But Guardiola's legacy for me on City and English football isn't going to be how much he's spent, or isn't going to be what he's won necessarily. It'll be the fact that up and down the parks all over the country, there's kids now saying, "I want to be a left back so that I can play like Cancelo and actually play the centre mid." And bringing through players like Foden and that sort of gift that he's given us. And I think that we just need to perhaps, you know, ease off a little bit with him and just enjoy him while he's here.
That's a cop-out, though, isn't it? That's a cop-out. You've bought the best manager in the world. You've paid him the biggest salary. He gets unadulterated amounts of support. You've been brought in to win a Champions League. The narrative that you're inexperienced in the Champions League is rubbish because you've been in it for 13 years. You do have to hold people to account, and you do have to set the bar high. You've got an ownership that buys football clubs around the world, not because they want to make it domestically sensible. They want to dominate football, and part of that has to mean winning Champions League and setting standards that no one else has achieved before.
So maybe you should be winning a quadruple, Tom. You should be doing it because of everything that's been given to him.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, is that I think that if there was ever going to be an opportunity for any team to do it, it's now, and it's this season.
Fair enough.
Just going back to the money again, just quickly, I think that the thing is, obviously, there's this huge narrative around City spending money, which is very true, and you can't get away from, and it's unavoidable.
Yeah.
But I think when you look at it, I can only think of 2 signings under Guardiola that have been bad signings or that haven't worked out. I'd say Bravo and I'd say Mendy. Looking back at let's say, Man United, right, think about Angel Di Maria, Radamel Falcao, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Memphis Depay, Lukaku, right? Apart from Depay, all 60 million plus signings that they did absolutely nothing with. I can say all of our players, yes, we spend big, but we spend well.
All right. Tom, listen, many points in that one.